that contest live on the Matchroom Multisport YouTube channel. Here on Table 1, the focus of our attention, the unbeaten group record of Zhao Xintong or Selby has to go. That's because the group's two 100% men go head-to-head in a terrific start to the day's proceedings. Having told you that Natalia Gradinari is the referee and that my co-commentator is Stephen Hallworth, it's time to get the pack opened. Morning, Stephen. We're on Zhao Xintong watch again. Fifth match in this tournament, and so far, okay, he's missed a few balls, but he's looked mighty good.
He has, yeah. He's looked like a world champion, hasn't he, really? He's been pretty dominant in his matches. He's scored heavily, as you would expect from a player of Xintong's class. But his opponent this morning exudes class himself, doesn't he? Mark Selby, one of the greatest we've ever seen. And as you say, that perfect, intact record will go this morning.
Slightly too thin a contact on the red he kissed into. It's still available, but from mid-distance, this can be rattled. Selby's got every reason to feel good about this match. Very encouraging head-to-head record against Zhao Xintong. He leads 5-1. But Zhao won their most recent meeting, quarter-final of the International Championship, late last year, 6-5, from 3-1 and 4-2 down. And Selby's 5 wins over him came between 2015 and 2020. So Zhao these days, a much tougher proposition, Stephen.
Yeah, most certainly. Helped by the massive amount of confidence that he obviously took from winning the world title. I do recall that match between the pair in the International Championship. It was a very, very high standard game.
16.
There was a moment in that match as well where Mark feels that he had the game won, but ultimately lost in a decider, so it was very, very close.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
Decider, so it was very, very close.
17.
One of the themes yesterday from Zhao Xintong, it was clear to see from the offset that he just gets the balls open so quickly. You're sat in your seat, he comes to the table with what looks like a half chance, and within a couple of shots, the table looks like a practice setup.
Yeah, complete opposite to Yan Bingtao, who when he was competing on the tour, was one of the most reluctant players to go into the pack I've ever seen.
Yeah, of course, there's more than one way to win a frame of snooker, but this is the way that most players prefer to do it. There's so many talented players, so many good potters, that when you get the balls open like this, it's hard to see where the mistake will come from. Well, just didn't quite get enough reverse side on that cue ball there. Landed slightly awkward on that black, just high of straight, which is not ideal. Bridging over, dropping this red into the middle. This is not a gimme.
Yeah, I think the only criticism we could make of Zhao is that quite often yesterday he got into the 40s or 50s and broke down. Not do or die for Selby, this. He's got 3 more matches today. I think if he wins one of them, he's okay in terms of the playoffs.
Well, it's not a statement that you would often say when speaking about Mark Selby, but the safety shot that he played was very poor. Left that red to middle for Zhao Xintong, and, well, of all the players on the tour, he doesn't take much tempting. He'll always opt for the aggressive shot, and he's potted it nicely and got himself right back in amongst them again.
4.
This frame should be over now.
Well,
When he's at the table, he's got this ability, Zhao Xintong, to almost suspend time. He doesn't look as though he's rushing, and yet he plays remarkably quickly. Very deceptive.
He didn't play the best of shots from the previous black. I thought there might have been a little bit of value in just playing a little nestling cannon to the cluster of 5 by the pink. He would have been guaranteed on the red to right middle. Feels that you can just hold low for this red at the back of the pack. Yeah, nicely done.
21.
Frame ball, Stephen, this. 59 ahead, 59 on. He did miss a few blacks off the spot yesterday. And another one, I was going to say, goes astray. That is a travesty. That should not have gone in.
No chance. That is a shocker.
28.
He's missed that.
29.
Oh, it's never nice to see, is it? Particularly from Mark Selby's point of view, it'd be interesting to see his reaction here if we can just hold that. Is he up out of his seat? No, he feels like he should have been. How was that dropped, Phil?
36.
Well, they caught so much of the far jaw.
27.
The way these tables are configured, you've got more chance if you catch the far jaw than the near jaw with that kind of shot, but that had got no entitlement to go in whatsoever.
44.
But he was right in what you said about there were a few missed blacks yesterday from Zhao Xintong, and they were all missed to the
50.
far jaw.
Wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Crucible with one more title under his belt. Maybe this one will be it. Everything going swimmingly for the reigning world champion at the moment. 4 matches won out of 4 thus far, and the first frame here won. So let's go over to table 2, where Wu Yize has basically secured the first frame against Oliver Lyons. He missed the red as we went over, but...
So you're on YouTube watching how to make popcorn, but did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can listen to podcasts about popcorns? Dark history.
Buckle up, because it turns out popcorn is pretty hardcore.
Listen for free on the YouTube music app.